Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to go over some basic input blocks. So the blocks we're going to cover are the constant block, which is shown here, the step block, which is shown here, the sine wave block, which is shown right here, and the pulse block. But to get started, I'm actually going to delete these blocks and we'll add them back in one by one. So the first block we're going to add is the constant block. When you want to add a block, you just left click anywhere on your workspace and then you can search the block you want. So this is the constant block. I'm going to add it right here. Currently it's set to 1, but you can change that to any number you want. I'm going to set it to 100. And right here you can see I have it connected to a scope block so we can see what this input looks like. So if I open the scope block, you can see here that it makes a constant input right at 100. Now the next block we're going to talk about is the step block. So again, we're going to left click, we're going to search step, and it's going to come up right here. So the step block creates a step function, which at a specific time, it will step from one value to another value. The time that it completes the step is specified here. That's the step time. So we're going to set it to 2 seconds. The initial value right now is set to 0. We're going to leave it at 0. And the final value, let's make it 10. We're going to hit apply, hit OK, and now we're going to rerun the simulation. And we're going to open up this scope block. And now you can see the step function going from 0 to 10, stepping up at 2 seconds like we specified. The third block that we're going to talk about is the sine wave. So this is going to look like a sinusoidal function or a sine function. And you can specify characteristics for said function, such as the amplitude, which we'll set to 5, and the frequency, which is right now set to 1 second, but I'm going to set it to 2, and we'll see what that looks like. You can also set the phase and the sample time if you want, or the bias, but we're going to leave those at 0. We're going to hit apply. We're going to run the simulation again. And now you can see we have a sinusoidal wave, or a sine wave. And as you can see, the amplitude is 5, and the frequency is currently set to 2 seconds. The last input that we're going to talk about is the pulse generator. So sometimes when you create an input, you'll want it to generate as a series of pulses. You could do that with the pulse generator block, which I am now connecting to this scope block. Just like a sine wave block, you can edit the amplitude, you can edit the period. I'm going to change the period to 5 seconds, but I'm going to leave the amplitude alone. You can also change the pulse width, so that is the actual width of the pulse, which I will show again when we load up the scope. And then you can also add a delay. I'm going to add a 1 second delay. Going to hit apply. We're going to rerun the simulation. And now here you can see that we have an amplitude of 1. We have a pulse width right here of 5% of the period. And we have a delay of 1 second right here. The pulse generator is especially useful when you want to model, say, a motor, because there are a lot of motors out there that are controlled with pulse width modulation, which essentially is a series of pulses. And with that, that is all for this video. In the next video, I'm going to talk about the add and subtract blocks in Simulink and how you can use those to combine signals and modify signals. See you in the next video.